So Paul, you know Paul from Narrowboat Life Unlocked, he sent me an article the other day that's in this month's Waterways World magazine, and it made us laugh. So I thought I'd read it out a little bit. It's not an article actually, it's a letter, and it's titled "No More Canal Vloggers." It starts like this: if there's one thing that the world doesn't need more of right now, it's canal vloggers. That's an interesting take on the state of the world at the moment, and it's bold words, I think, but we're going to go with it. Okay, Suzanne, you've got our interest. Let's see what it's all about. I think it's mostly about how much she hates canal vloggers. Okay, it's not all bad news. Apparently the early creators, Journeys with Jono, Cruising the Cat, Robbie Cumming, you guys are okay. But the problem is the popularity of these people has led to a whole crop of newcomers producing boating videos, and the quality has dramatically dropped. And with it, the tendency to make the videos more about the characters featured in them rather than anything to do with our canals and rivers. I wonder if she means there that along with the quality, which has dropped, so has the tendency to make the videos more about the characters. I think we have to go with the sort of the spirit of this letter and imagine that she's saying that now the videos are more about the characters. So the tendency has increased, the quality has dropped, the tendency to make it more about the characters has increased. That's a correlation between quality and character that Suzanne's making there. Incidentally, I disagree with that idea, but we'll get onto that later on. Let's finish up here. And there are many others too who think that their personalities will lift their amateur efforts and make them worth watching, and they're not. There's more to this, but I think we can take it from here, can't we? We kind of understand Suzanne's point. And I wanted to make this video because I wanted to offer a kind of counter argument to this idea, because if you're a vlogger or if you're thinking of doing vlogging, you might have heard something like this before. Somebody might have said, oh, everybody's doing it now, or something like that, as if that's a bad thing. And I just sort of wanted to pop up and make this video to encourage people to make videos and people to be experimental with those videos, and also to say that character is a good thing in your videos. People work really, really hard. Professionals work very hard to get interesting characters and to get character into their stories. So if you're doing a good job of doing that, then carry on doing that. Don't listen to Suzanne. I've got to change the card. Sorry, I just realised that I'm running out of space. Oh, I'm an amateur too. Sorry, Suzanne, I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, I just realised I was running out of space on this card. So what was I saying? Basically, the whole good thing about YouTube, the whole point of YouTube, is that anybody can make videos and anybody can put them up, anybody can watch them. This kind of idea that there's loads of vlogs now and that amateur efforts aren't welcome on YouTube and everything's sort of boring and rubbish. Well, the worst thing is it could discourage you from starting entirely. If you're thinking about vlogging and then somebody says something like this, or you read this, you might be like, oh yeah, nobody wants to sort of watch my amateur videos, which is totally wrong. Especially this whole kind of thing about that we shouldn't be putting personality or character into our videos, and that what makes a good video on YouTube is actually all about being sort of hyper polished or super professional or high production values. All of that is nonsense. Actually, what makes a good video, what makes a good YouTube video is, and a great vlog is all about connection and kind of understanding. It's like making connections between you and as a creator and the viewer. The viewer might understand a little bit more about the situation that you're in, or like, you know, you might make people laugh or something like that for whatever reason. Human understanding and human connection is what vlogging is all about. And I think actually if the world needs more of anything at the moment, it's that kind of thing. So, you know, I wanted to make this video to kind of encourage people to dismiss that kind of thought, that YouTube's saturated and that their amateur efforts aren't worth watching, because actually from a personal perspective I love watching YouTube, and I love sort of seeing in other people's videos where they've been experimental or where they've tried something, whether it's sort of worked out or not. I think like the effort or the idea has always been there, and it's such a great way to express yourself. I love seeing people express themselves on YouTube. I love watching it. And so it's in that spirit of being encouraging to people who are being creative and appreciating people who are putting a large amount of effort into making videos that then we get to watch for free, that I'm starting a little, welcome anyway to the first episode of YouTube Connoisseur, a little show where we delve around on YouTube a little bit and come up with something really good and talk about why we like it so much. The YouTube Connoisseur. Tastes just like milk. So for this first episode of YouTube Connoisseur, and in honour of our friend Suzanne here, obviously we're going to choose one of my favourite narrowboat vloggers, a channel called Art in the Corridor, done by our personal friends Ant and Hannah. Tackling our to-do lists is the one that I'm going to choose because it's got a guest artist from Paul with a Narrowboat Life Unlocked, Paul, who put me onto the article in the first place. So you see how this is all coming full circle now. So let's have a little delve into the world of Art in the Corridor and discover everything there is to love about these guys.
Hello, I'm Ant.
I'm Hannah, and this is Art in the Corridor.
Already I've chuckled. We're 7 seconds in. That's just those guys. They've managed to get some character dynamic, and I'm sorry again, Suzanne. But loads of character, absolutely bags of character in these guys' videos, and I absolutely love it. And we've seen a little glimpse of it already. They've managed to kind of let us know who they are straight from the get-go.
I'm Hannah and Mabel the pup. We live and work from our 50-foot narrowboat, the Corridor. Come and join us as we attempt to navigate the English canals and the world as full-time artists. Here we go.
Very lovely bit of business there with that intro. Also, that's just reminded me that as well as being really impressive artists, they're also dancers, musicians, singers. So the music in their videos is always really well chosen. I'm loving this kind of groovy little folk number up top here.
Good morning and welcome back to the vlog. Hope you're all well. We have had a busy week this week. We've had lots of bits and bobs DIY to do on the boat, bits of rotten wood that needed fixing, which Ant's enjoyed thoroughly.
One of the things that I really love about these videos, Art in the Corridor videos, is the character dynamic between Ant and Hannah. They're really cool with each other, they're really kind of relaxed with each other, and they're really funny. And they're very generous with the camera in terms of how they let us into their relationship a little bit, and they allow us to kind of observe their dynamic. And in doing so, their videos then feel like a real hangout. If you're a vlogger and you're kind of allowing people in like that, that's lovely. A lovely bit of vlog making.
And we've also realised that the Braunston Rally is fast approaching, and we are going to be there again this year selling our art in a marquee. So we've got loads to do. And stay tuned for the end. Very excited. It is the return of the Artist of the Week, and this week we've got Paul Story from Narrowboat Unlocked. So excited to see his work.
Yes, he's brilliant. He's really good.
Yes. So we better get this week started, eh, mate?
Yes.
Let's go.
I've already started.
Oh.
Look at me go, look. I'm working in the background.
Ready? Steady. Go get it. Get it. Bring it. Yes! Good girl!
Narrowboat Life. That's the furthest fetch you can do with Narrowboat Life. I'm just going to dot about this episode a little bit because I want to kind of show you guys Ant and Hannah and kind of show you guys what their videos are all about. Lovely little canal shots there, making me miss the place. A couple of excellent little kind of vlog staples here. You get into a new sequence when it's the beginning of a new day, the music changes, it's a different vibe, coffee being made, breakfast, stuff like that is a staple of any kind of vlog format, and I love it every time. And then you know, that visual kind of reminder of what's going on, of the story of this episode.
Anthony, what are you doing?
Well, I was trying to order stuff from the range and that went bad. I've been charged and had no order confirmation, so I've had to ring them and don't worry about it. It just turned into a nightmare.
Has it thrown your whole day out?
It has thrown my day out. It's annoyed me because I've paid for something that I'm not getting.
So now you've gone into freeze mode?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I was making them a list of jobs that need doing for Braunston.
Were ya? So is that the list?
I've done the list, yeah. She keeps saying to me, do a list. I've done a list. Look, it's here, there's the list.
Not very long.
It's everything you need.
It's the little bits of character that you get with these guys. That's what I enjoy so much about watching their videos, is it feels like you've just hung out with them, because you get these little bits of character dynamic, and they're incredibly generous in the way that they make their videos for allowing so much of that to happen. So much kind of spontaneity. They kind of spring the camera on each other.
Is it a good one?
What do you mean, is it a good
Oh,
one?
it's too hot. You always make coffee too hot.
How can I make it too hot?
You boil the kettle too much.
You're always in the moment with these guys, which is lovely. You don't get the feeling that anything's kind of been scripted or thought out beforehand, and yet they're able to do that in a video that's deceptively well structured. If we go back to the beginning, within the first minute of their video, we've had a kind of overview of the story of their channel as a whole, that they're Ant and Hannah, two artists, and Mabel, and that they're living on this narrow boat and travelling around. So we've got the sort of big story of their channel, but we've also then got the story of this episode, that they're getting ready for Braunston. And all the way through this video, not only do we have the kind of timestamps, visual timestamps that we see with the clock, but also these really useful kind of visual devices of these written lists that they're making as they tick things off. Really satisfying. And it kind of provides a structure to the video. There's structure there, but it's kind of kept loose enough that you can enjoy some of the more kind of chaotic, or you can enjoy the kind of drama of real life, I suppose. And they're not letting kind of ideas or structure or anything like that stand in the way of a good time.
It is time for Artist of the Week, and we're super excited to have Paul Smith's story.
Then here we go at the end. We've got Artist of the Week, introduced by Ant and Hannah. Always really super hard filming on a narrowboat, because you're quite often in these kind of dark corners. You're always backlit because you have no choice but to film with your sort of head against a window. I like it that Ant and Hannah have this kind of unfussy approach to making their videos. Because if you were going to sort of hang about and try and get that perfectly lit and stuff like that, by that time you might not be having as much fun anymore. And so instead of worrying too much about the lighting or the shot setup, it's an excellent approach to making videos for YouTube, to just not worry about all of that and instead concentrate on just getting your character dynamic and allowing yourselves to be on camera and to make videos in a way that kind of makes it fun and enjoyable. I keep on going on about this character dynamic, but because it's really hard to get that kind of thing in videos in a way that feels genuine and authentic, it's hard to capture a character dynamic between two of you on camera when one of you is always filming, because the filming generally then tends to get in the way with any kind of authentic interaction that you might have with someone. So these guys nail that, and they do so consistently.
And so we're really happy to have them as our Artist of the Week.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So it's super cool. And then if that isn't kind of generous enough of them, they've got at the end of their videos Artists of the Week, and here's where we meet Paul. Pops up in a lovely little segment in here talking about some of his art and the way he works.
Hi, my name's Paul, and first of all, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you for asking me to be an Artist of the Week on your channel. We love your videos and we love your art.
Always lovely to see Paul on a video. Obviously he's a consummate professional himself, knows how to do it. So, and doesn't his boat look lovely in the background there? So that is Art in the Corridor. And just before we go, just to help you enjoy these YouTube videos to their potential, I'm going to offer some pairing notes, so that you know what kind of snacks and drinks to bring into your YouTube arena with you, into your home cinema or wherever you choose to watch YouTube videos. For Ant and Hannah, I'm going to go with a too hot a slightly too hot cup of tea because I let the kettle boil too long. And I'm going to pair that with a lovely little Kit Kat because there's nothing pretentious about a Kit Kat. It's a staple of any kind of English larder. It looks slightly basic kind of chocolate bar, but take a bite. There's a deceptively complex structure and arrangement to a Kit Kat. It lets you think, hey, nothing pretentious about me. I'm just chilling out here as a normal chocolate bar. But underneath, there's all sorts of wafer, there's all sorts of structure and thoughts and stuff like that going on. I was actually, because of the generosity of spirit of art in the corridor videos, I was going to go for a Kit Kat Chunky to match the generosity of what you get with one of their videos, but they didn't have one at the shop, so I'm actually just going to pair it with 2 Kit Kats. So if you're sailing down to an Art in the Corridor video, enjoy it with 2 Kit Kats and a slightly too hot cup of tea. That's my recommendation. And enjoy, guys. Go forth out onto YouTube, enjoy exploring, and do so with, you know, take some inspiration from our friends Ant and Hannah there and do so with a generosity of spirit. And appreciate the creativity of others, appreciate the work that goes into these videos because it's more than you might think. And you know, if you're thinking of having a go, jump on in, the water's warm. Come and express yourself out here on YouTube. You get to make a video, it's really fun doing so, and there's never been a better time than right now. So hopefully that's inspired you. Mwah! Join me next time for another episode of YouTube Connoisseur.